Well done to anybody who solved the riddle from the last episode and came up with Llandudno for the answer. See if you can get the riddle at the end of this episode for the next destination. Welcome to Pints, Plates and Passports, and welcome to Llandudno, the Queen of Welsh resorts, a seaside stage framed by the Great Orme and the Little Orme. This is a town that wears its crown proudly, with a promenade that sweeps in a perfect curve along the bay. Grand hotels and pastoral facades line the shore, their Victorian elegance still intact, polished and inviting, as if time itself had been tidied up for the occasion. Step inland and the town centre continues the performance. Neat streets, independent shops and cafes that spill onto pavements with a leisurely rhythm. It's a place where order and charm walk hand in hand, where every corner feels like it's waiting for its close-up. But Llandudno isn't just about appearances, it's steeped in story. In the 19th century, this resort blossomed as a Victorian dream. Its pier stretching proudly into the Irish Sea, its tramway climbing the Great Orme to panoramic heights. Even today, the echoes of that golden age remain, woven into the fabric of the town. From the curve of the bay to the bustle of the town centre, from the pier to the promenade, Llandudno keeps its crown polished. This is more than a seaside town, it's a living postcard, stamped with history, elegance and a touch of grandeur. From promenade polish to pub tradition, the crawl begins at the King's Arms. A Grade 2 listed pub on Mostyn Street, standing proudly since the mid-19th century. Its gables bear the date 1898, marking a late Victorian remodelling that gave the building its distinctive frontage. Step inside and you'll find stained glass above the bar, and in the door, raised dining areas and walls adorned with local touches, a traditional town pub polished by history. The King's Arms has long been a gathering place for locals, a steady anchor in the heart of Llandudno. Generations have passed through its doors, sharing stories over pints, and today it remains a warm, welcoming stop where the atmosphere is as timeless as the tide outside. Pets are welcome, children are allowed in till 7 p.m. They have live sports and they serve food. For all the real ale lovers, they have Doom Bar and Abbey Blonde. 3 nights of karaoke each week, Wednesday, Friday and Saturday. This is a proper traditional boozer, and they have their own pub, cat and dog. Jump on their Facebook page to keep up with what's going on. Next up, we visit an old friend. Our first introduction to Tap's micropubs was in Conwy, and here in Llandudno they have another one. So from the Victorian elegance of the King's Arms, we step into something altogether more modern. Proof that tradition and innovation can share the same stage. Tap's is a small pub with a big personality. Run by the same passionate team behind the Conwy favourite, it's a showcase of craft and community. Here, the focus is on quality over quantity, rotating casks, local brews, and a stripped-back setting that lets the beer do the talking. It's intimate, it's authentic, and it's quickly become a cornerstone of Llandudno's pub scene. It's a real ale lover's dream, with permanent local ales and a rotating list of guest ales. You'll be spoiled for choice. Pets are allowed, as are children, and they're open 7 days a week. Opening at midday every day of the week, closing at 9 on a Monday, 10 on a Tuesday and a Wednesday, 11 Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and 10 on a Sunday. And if you're here on a Tuesday, you'll find something extra special: Charity Cheese Night. At their own expense, they provide boards of varying cheese. They're laid out for customers to help themselves with the hope of a donation to a local charity. It's a tradition that also is mirrored in Conway on Wednesdays, and now Llandudno has its own slice of the action: beer, cheese and goodwill. It's a trio that makes taps more than just a pub. From charity cheese and craft ales, the crawl takes a playful detour. We swap pint glasses for pixel power as we step into Escape Gaming Bar, Llandudno's newest independent venue where nostalgia and imagination light up the night. Escape isn't just a bar, it's a retro arcade, a board game cafe and a fantasy tavern rolled into one. Rows of classic gaming machines glow with Pac-Man, Street Fighter, Space Invaders, while shelves of board games invite groups to gather around a table. On special nights, the dice roll for Dungeons & Dragons campaigns, turning the bar into a realm of quests and camaraderie. The drinks menu plays along too, with cocktails themed around gaming legends, every sip a nod to the joystick era. And although Escape is brand new, it's already carving out a community, with more events planned as the owner finds his feet. This is independent spirit at its best, bold, creative and worth every bit of support. Their current opening hours: Monday 12 till 11, Tuesday 4 till 11, closed Wednesdays and Thursdays, Friday 4 till 11, Saturday 12 till 11 and Sunday 12 till 11. They have a couple of keg beers, including Asahi, and they stock a variety of cans from the Nottingham-based Neon Raptor Brewery, which fit perfectly with the vibe in here. They're active on social media: Instagram, Escape Gaming Bar, and Facebook, Escape:*Gaming Bar. If you haven't been in there yet and you're in the town, get down there and show them your support. And just across the road, the crawl keeps its stride. From the brand new and polished Escape Gaming Bar, we cross over to a pub that wears its history with pride: the Cross Keys. The Cross Keys is everything you want from a traditional town boozer. Hearty atmosphere, no-nonsense pints, and a welcome that feels like it's been rehearsed for centuries. Its name nods to the old symbol of hospitality, and inside you'll find locals gathered at the bar, laughter spilling from tables, and that unmistakable hum of a pub that stood the test of time. It's not about thrills, it's about familiarity, comfort, and the kind of character only a true boozer can deliver. Its very name carries weight. The crossed keys are an ancient symbol of hospitality, often linked to St. Peter, the gatekeeper of heaven. For centuries, inns and taverns bearing this sign promise travellers food, drink and safe lodging. Step inside today and you'll find that promise still alive. Pets are allowed and children are welcome until 9 p.m. They have live sports on the TVs, a pool table and a dartboard, live entertainment or karaoke Friday and Saturday. And they do plenty of offers and games for a free pint every Tuesday and Thursday. And just like the pub itself, the ale lineup is also reliable, with Carlton, Peroni, John Smith's, Foster's, Beer Moretti, Guinness, Amstel, Cruz Campo, Carlsberg, alongside a variety of bottles and spirits. It's a dependable lineup, from classic boozers to upmarket gastropubs. The crawl now takes us to a place where food and history share the spotlight. Just off the main drag, tucked away like a hidden gem, we arrive at the Cottage Loaf. Step inside and you'll notice something remarkable. Some of the upright beams aren't just timber, they're old ship masts, repurposed to hold up the pub's rustic charm. It's a reminder of Llandudno's maritime past, woven into the very fabric of the building. With its stone walls, cosy nooks and bustling atmosphere, the Cottage Loaf feels like a slice of history served alongside your plate. The Cottage Loaf has stood the test of time. It's been open and thriving since 1981. Always had a great reputation and renowned for hearty plates and a menu that balances pub classics with creative flair. It's the kind of place where you settle in for a proper meal as much as a pint. Sister pub to the Erskine Arms in Conwy and the Queen's Head in Penrhyn, it carries the same reputation for quality and character. And they stock some good cask ales. Timothy Taylor, landlord, Conway Brewery, Welsh Pride, and the Purple Moose Brewery, Dark Side of the Moose. And also a good variety of cask ciders. The Welsh Black Dragon, Snail's Bank Fruit Bat, and Lily's Own Crazy Goat. They have a menu that changes with the season, and children are welcome. The vibe here is relaxed and elegant, and the decor is classic and cosy. They're open 11:30am to 10pm Sunday to Thursday, and 11:30 to 11pm Friday and Saturday. Food is available from 12 till 8:30 Monday to Saturday, and 12 till 6 on a Sunday. They've got a lovely outside seating area for the warm summer months. From rustic beams and hearty plates at the Cottage Loaf, the crawl heads back towards Mostyn Street. Here, on the corner with South Parade, stands a pub that's long been part of Llandudno's story, the Carlton. The Carlton is a lively town centre pub, known for its value pints, value food, and generous loyalty reward system. It's a place where locals gather, visitors drop in, and the atmosphere is always buzzing. They have entertainment nights with bingo on Monday, Tuesday and Thursday with cash prizes, and karaoke. Refurbished just a couple of years ago, with new furnishings and menus, it balances tradition with a fresh look, keeping its role as a community hub firmly intact. But the Carlton isn't just another pub, it's a Grade 2 listed building, recognised since 1976 for its architectural and cultural significance. Its corner position on South Parade makes it part of the Victorian fabric of Llandudno, a reminder of the town's heyday as a seaside resort. Even as menus and decor evolve, the Carlton's heritage remains stamped into its walls. The menu leans towards traditional pub grub. 30 chicken wings for £20.50. All-day breakfast, cottage pies, sausages and mash, that kind of thing. All good value, freshly cooked food. The walls display some nice framed pictures of Llandudno in bygone days. And here's a modern twist. The Carlton is part of the Mixer app network, meaning every pint or plate you buy can earn you rewards. It's a smart way to support your local while stacking up perks, a blend of heritage hospitality and digital innovation. And its outside terrace wraps right round the corner of the building, giving you a choice of great views. Now we mentioned good views, we're halfway through our 12 pub crawl, so let's pause the pints for a moment and take in the rest of Llandudno and what it has to offer. This place is packed with attractions in the summer, but as we're filming in mid-November, a few of the summer favourites are tucked away for the winter. Let's start up high, top of the Great Orme. Closed for the winter, but the Visitors Centre offers a gateway to the headland's history and wildlife. In summer, the famous cable cars glide across the bay, carrying passengers up to the summit with views that stretch for miles, the longest cable cars in the UK. At the top, Randolph Turpin's Bar and Summit Cafe serve as perfect pit stops, pairing refreshments with panoramic scenery. This whole summit complex was once owned by the former world middleweight champion, Randolph Turpin. Halfway down the Orme, you've got the Great Orme Mines, a Bronze Age wonder where tunnels carved thousands of years ago reveal one of the most important prehistoric mining sites in Europe. Closed up for the winter now, apart from these few dates, but we'll be back in the summer to include it in our Llandudno attractions video. Not far from here, the road to St Dudno's Church winds down the Orme. Along the way, you'll see picnic tables dotted across the grass. Obviously right now in late November, they sit empty, waiting out the winter winds. But come summer, these tables are alive with families, walkers and day trippers, unpacking sandwiches and flasks while taking in the sweeping views. It's the reminder that the Orme isn't only about history and heritage, it's also about everyday moments of leisure where locals and visitors alike pause to enjoy the landscape. Any visit to Llandudno wouldn't be complete without a visit to St Dudno's Church. Church is one of Llandudno's most historic and atmospheric sites, dating back to the 12th century and dedicated to the town's patron saint. It sits halfway up the Great Orme in a sheltered hollow, surrounded by a churchyard and cemetery that remain in use today. The churchyard is filled with memorials, each telling its own tale. One grave in particular catches the eye, a car wheel and tyre with angel wings attached, marking the resting place of Beatrice Blore Brown. The epitaph reads, "She feared naught but God." Beatrice died aged just 34 and her story is extraordinary. She was the first woman to drive a car up the Great Orme, and she did so while 6 months pregnant. Her memorial stands as both a tribute and a symbol of courage, blending motoring history with spiritual legacy. St Dudno's itself is a place of reflection, a reminder that Llandudno's attractions aren't only about fun and leisure, they're also about memory, heritage and the remarkable lives that shape this town. From churchyards and cable cars, we widen the lens to the Orme itself. Whether on foot, two wheels or behind a wheel, the circuit around the headland is one of Llandudno's greatest treasures. The Marine Drive hugs the cliffs in a sweeping 4-mile loop, offering views that change with every season. In summer, wildflowers cover the verges, and the sea sparkles below. In winter, waves crash against the rocks, and the air feels sharper, more dramatic. Walkers, cyclists and drivers all share the same reward. Panoramas of the Irish Sea, the Little Orme in the distance, and even Anglesey and Snowdonia on a clear day. It's a journey that feels timeless. Victorian engineering carved the road into the rock, but the scenery belongs to nature alone. Whether you're chasing sunshine or bracing against the wind, the Orme's headland circuit is always worth the ride. The pier is still open, and even in late November, it's a pleasurable stroll. At 2,295 feet, it's the longest pier in Wales, and its ornate railings, kiosks and pavilion made it a centrepiece of the town's Victorian heyday. Today, it's still a living postcard. Arcades and stalls line the walkway, while the sea breeze and panoramic views make every stroll feel timeless. Whether summer crowds or winter quiet, the pier remains Llandudno's stage over the water. The promenade runs the full curve of the bay, a wide Victorian walkway that's a pleasure to walk along even in November. The sea breeze in your face, the Great Orme rising at one end and the Little Orme at the other. In summer, deck chairs line the sands and families fill the beach with laughter. In winter, the scene is quieter, with gulls wheeling overhead and waves rolling in steady rhythm. The beach itself is a mix of sand and shingle, perfect for paddling in warmer months and for bracing seaside walks when the air turns crisp. On the slopes of the Great Orme sits the Eisteddfod Stone Circle, erected in 1963 to commemorate the National Eisteddfod of Wales held in Llandudno that year. The Circle of Stones is a modern monument, but it echoes ancient traditions, symbolising the bardic ceremonies that celebrate poetry, music and Welsh identity. Today, it stands quietly overlooking the town, a reminder that Llandudno has played host to one of Wales' greatest cultural festivals. Also found here are some of the Alice in Wonderland series of sculptures and installations. Llandudno is famously linked to Lewis Carroll's Alice in Wonderland. The town celebrates this with the Alice Trail. To walk the routes and see the 34 points of interest, it would take approximately 2 to 3 hours. From the White Rabbit to the Mad Hatter, each figure invites visitors to step into the world of Wonderland while exploring the town itself. The trail connects heritage with imagination, making Llandudno feel like a living storybook. Another huge attraction in Llandudno is the Snow Sports Centre, offering year-round alpine fun with skiing, snowboarding, snow tubing, tobogganing and even alpine adventure golf. This is another top attraction that will feature in the summer video. For those with a sweet tooth, the Llandudno Chocolate Experience offers an immersive journey through the story of chocolate. It's part museum, part tasting adventure, and a perfect stop for families or anyone who wants to add a little cocoa to their crawl. This is another activity we're going to include in our summer video. And for something completely different, Johnny Throws has just opened in Llandudno. It brings axe throwing to the town. It's a chance to test your aim, let off steam and enjoy a competitive edge in a safe, lively setting. Together, these attractions show how Llandudno blends tradition with fresh energy. And today, Venue Cymru is the town's main theatre and arts centre, hosting touring musicals, concerts, comedy and family shows. It continues the tradition of making Llandudno a cultural hub for North Wales. And let's not forget how beautiful Llandudno town is itself, with its Victorian awning shopfronts, town centre churches, the lively Mostyn Street shops and the Victoria Centre. Just at the bottom end of Mostyn Street, you've got 2 retail parks with all the big department stores. And let's not forget the Llandudno Victorian Extravaganza. This yearly free family event features a large street parade, vintage cars, steam engines, a circus and various shows and stalls. The next event is May the 2nd to the 4th, 2026. And it's definitely one of the highlights of any North Wales calendar. And now we step back into something truly spectacular. Wetherspoons are known for taking over grand old buildings, but here in Llandudno they've outdone themselves. Welcome to the Palladium. Once a thriving theatre, the Palladium opened in 1920 and entertained audiences with plays, films and live performances for decades. Today, it's reborn as a Wetherspoons pub, but the drama hasn't left the building. The interior still boasts its original theatre boxes, sweeping balconies and ornate plasterwork, making every pint feel like it's served on stage. It's one of those rare pubs where you drink beneath chandeliers and history, surrounded by echoes of applause. The Palladium is more than just another Wetherspoons. It's a living set piece, a reminder of Llandudno's cultural past, now buzzing with locals and visitors enjoying affordable pints in a setting that's nothing short of theatrical. Theatrical grandeur at the Palladium, the crawl now takes a turn towards warmth and crack. Just around the corner, we step into a pub that feels like a slice of Dublin in Llandudno, the Irish Bar. This family-run spot is all about homemade comfort. The menu is stacked with traditional Irish staples, hearty Irish stews, bacon and cabbage, and plenty of other choices to keep you well fed. The decor is quirky, with interesting signs that spark a smile, and one standout feature, a big picture of Dublin's Halfpenny Bridge, anchoring the pub's identity in Ireland's capital. Ask around and you'll hear the same verdict. This is the best Guinness in town, poured with care and served with a smile. It's not just about the food and drink though. The Irish Bar is alive with music. Every Thursday, Friday and Saturday, the place fills with brilliant live performances, turning the pub into a stage for laughter, dancing and that unmistakable Irish spirit. Always friendly, always smiling and always good crack. This is the pub that wears its heart on its sleeve. And speaking of heart, Joanne kindly shared some stunning photos she took of Llandudno sunsets. You may have noticed a few we used during the interval break, and we'll add the rest at the end of the episode, giving the crawl a local touch of beauty alongside the pubs. Thanks for those, Joanne. They are stunning. They're open Monday to Thursday, 12 till 12, Friday and Saturday, 11 till 2 a.m, and Sunday, 11 till 12. Pets are allowed in, as are children, and they show live sports on the TVs. Whether you're a local, a tourist, or you're from the Emerald Isle itself, everybody is welcome, so be sure to stop by for a pint of Guinness. From Irish crack and Guinness, the crawl just steps next door, into a pub that's all about hearty food, weekly traditions, and lively nights. LC Drink and Dine. This place is a local favourite with something happening almost every day of the week. The darts team takes over on Tuesdays, the quiz keeps the brains buzzing on Wednesdays, and live entertainment fills the air every Friday and Saturday. But the crown jewel here is the Sunday carvery, piled high with roast meats, golden Yorkshire puddings and all the trimmings. It's the kind of feast that makes Sunday in Llandudno feel complete. But they have midweek treats too. On Monday and Tuesdays between 12 and 5, you can grab 2 mini fish and chips for just £15. Perfect for sharing. And Thursdays bring steak night, where £45 gets 2 people, 2 courses, with your choice of sirloin, ribeye or gammon steak. It's a menu that mixes tradition with value, making LC Drink and Dine a pub that's as much about food as it is about fun. Open Monday to Thursday 11 till 11, Friday and Saturday 11 till late, and Sunday 11:30 till 10:30. Be sure to head down there for the best carvery in town. From LC's carvery feasts and quiz nights, we head just around the corner to a pub that carries the name of Wales's highest peak, the Snowdon. The Snowdon is a welcoming town centre pub known for its hearty food, relaxed atmosphere and a touch of live music. It's one of Llandudno's oldest pubs, dating back to the early 1800s. The staff are friendly, polite and helpful. And this feels like a good place to squeeze in this episode's joke.
A man walks into a bar and orders a drink. A minute later he hears, "You look great. Have you lost weight?" He looks around, but there's no one there. Again, a minute later, he hears, "You know, you look really handsome in that shirt." He looks around again, no one there but him and the bartender, so he asks the bartender, "Did you hear that?" The bartender says, "Oh, it's just the peanuts. They're complimentary."
And both behind the bar and in the kitchen, they consistently turn out great service, great food and great beer. We ate here ourselves, and the food was excellent. We picked the Welsh beef and ale pie, served with mash, carrots and a rich gravy, a proper comfort dish, and we also had the loaded jacket potato, stacked with chili con carne, jalapenos, cheese, nacho sauce and crispy onions. Other standouts on the menu include the grilled salmon and the tomato and spinach risotto, showing the kitchen's range beyond pub staples. But the pub isn't just about food. The real ale lineup is impressive. Bass, Clodwyn Gold, Landlord, plus 2 to 3 guest ales. They have a quiz night on the last Tuesday of every month, and every other Friday night, live acoustic sets bring a warm rhythm to the room, adding to the community feel. Whether it's a quiet pint midweek or a lively evening with friends, the Snowdon stands as a reliable stop on the crawl, rooted in tradition and good company. And they reward loyal customers with offers and discount vouchers. This is a real cosy, classy place, and one that will have you coming back time after time. From the peaks of the Snowdon, the crawl heads into the heart of town for a venue that blends history, hospitality and hearty food, the Post House. The Post House is more than just a pub. It's a hotel, restaurant and function space all rolled into one. Set within 2 impressive Victorian houses, one of which was originally the town's post office in the late 1800s, it carries a heritage that ties directly into Llandudno's story as a Victorian resort. Today, it offers 20 en-suite rooms, making it a central base for visitors just minutes from the promenade and pier. Inside, the pub serves up a popular Sunday carvery alongside Chung's street food and Asian specialities, a menu that mixes tradition with global flavour. They also offer a free-to-hire function room, bookable directly through their Facebook page, making it a hub for gatherings and celebrations. Owain was especially helpful, showing us around with great pleasure and giving us a real sense of the venue's warmth and versatility. Pets are allowed in the bar area and children are welcome. They have a good range of dependable beers on tap: Cruz Campo, Beer Moretti, Guinness, Foster's, a Neck Oil IPA, John Smith's, Inches Cider and Old Moat Cider, alongside a good variety of bottles and spirits. And next, we reach our final stop, and fittingly, it's the oldest pub in Llandudno. Right beside the tram station where the Great Orme trams are stored for winter stands the King's Head. Dating back to the early 18th century, the King's Head is steeped in history. Its low ceilings, timber beams and stone walls carry centuries of stories, making it a true landmark of the town. The pub is famed for its traditional atmosphere. Roaring fires in the winter, hearty food and a pint poured with care. Being next to the tram station adds another layer of charm, as the heritage trams rest here through the colder months, waiting to climb the Orme again in the summer. They're open 7 days a week, 12 till 10. Pets are allowed, children are welcome and they have live sports on the TVs. They have quiz nights on a Wednesday at 9 p.m. And high quality food is served all day long. Ending the crawl here feels symbolic. From modern venues and quirky decor to the oldest inn in town, the King's Head ties Llandudno's past and present together in one final toast. 12 pubs in one great town and a passport full of memories. From listed landmarks and theatrical grandeur to Guinness, carveries and century-old beams, Llandudno has stamped its story on every pint we've shared. Along the way, we paused for sunsets, for heritage and for attractions that remind us this seaside town is more than just a crawl. It's a crown of culture, history and hospitality. But this is only the beginning. Many of Llandudno's treasures rest through the winter. Cable cars, summit cafes, summer trails waiting for the sun. We'll be back in the summer for a Detour episode, showcasing the full sweep of attractions when the town is at its brightest. Until then, raise a glass with us to Llandudno, past, present, and the promise of more to come. And here's the riddle clue for our next episode. Listen carefully, see if you can work it out. Solve it, put your answer in the comments, and tune into our next episode to see if you got it right.
Ice cream drips on summer days. Deck chairs line the sandy ways. Seagulls swoop with seaside cheer. And gardens bloom bright year by year. Families stroll along the shore. The promenade invites once more. A coastal town just down the way. Your next clue hides beside the bay.
Now I'll leave you with a few more of Joanne's Llandudno sunset shots. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, we'll see you in the next episode.